Ladies and gentlemen, today I got a phenomenal individual with me today. She's here to speak to you about embracing yourself. I was just at Starbucks, y'all know my favorite spot. And I bumped into Angel Delgado. She's here to talk to you about leadership. And I'm a firm believer that this message today will really expand your ideology of how you've been living this life. I'm a firm believer that your life will be changed. Angel Delgado! Ah!
Hi, I'm Angel, and my sole purpose. My name is Angel, and my sole purpose in life is to uplift others. And I know that's kind of a hard thing to do, but it first starts with yourself. Now, for me, I grew up a little too fast. I gave my life to God back in 2015, and I got kicked out of the house. It was very hard for me, but that's whenever I knew exactly who I was, whenever I had nothing. After I got kicked out, I really didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to call on. I didn't know where to sleep. But what I did, I knew I had no money. There was no place I could stay. But what I did is I took to myself. I really knew the city. So I was really trying to see what I can do during the daytime before it became nighttime. What can I do during the day that can really help me through the night, that was going to get me to the next day? So what I did is I kind of branched out to some people I didn't even really know, and I offered my services. Man, I'll help you clean the house, I'll help you, wash the dishes, I'll pay you for my stay whenever I have the money. And I did. I ended up staying with one of my friends that I knew back in high school, kind of, not really. But, after that, and through learning about what I would need to do to live by myself, or knowing what I would have to do to even come back to my parents and really patching up what I have with them, resolving our differences. Now, that is really what I needed to learn. Now, I didn't get an apartment. I was 17, I had no job, I just graduated high school. And I knew that if I was gonna get a job, get a license, get a car, that was gonna take a lot of time, and I can't stay in these people's apartment for all that time, right? So what I ended up doing is I did what I had to do. As hard as it was, as humbling as it was, I went back to my parents and I said, although you don't like this new found identity that I claim, it's gonna make me a better person. There's nothing bad that can really come of it. I just want to be the best daughter that you can have. So that's what I did. I came back and things were pretty bumpy. It was a very tumultuous time. Now with that, it did have to take some time, but after that I kind of grew my patience, I grew my humility, I grew everything that I really needed to be able to cohabit with them. It was very hard, but it's something I had to do, and that's something that I'm gonna have to deal with my whole life. Not just with my parents, not just with my brothers, but with soon my husband, soon with coworkers, soon with people out on the streets, people out on the road. You have to have patience, you have to have humility. Those are things that a woman has, and that's really what I had to dig deep and come across, and I had to develop. Now, it's not just a one and done type of thing. Once I came back to my house and once things moved over with my parents, it wasn't like I stopped learning. It wasn't like, okay, well, I reached the top of this mountain. It was that I was down at another valley of another mountain, of a higher mountain. And now I need to climb this other mountain. And once I get to the top of that, I'm going to be at the valley of another mountain that's even bigger. That's basically how life is. With being out of the house, and I had really no protection and no tenderness from my parents, I really had to dig deep and find those things within myself. Now, it also gave a window to other people and how they really are whenever they see someone in need. I saw the best and the worst of humanity, and I'm still here, and I'm still trying to uplift others. It's because I know probably they don't know who they are. They don't know how divine they are. They don't know who they are as a daughter and as a son of God. Now, funny enough, I claim myself to be two things before I'm anyone else's girl or daughter or friend. I'm a daughter of God, and and I'm myself. Through seeing the best and worst in humanity, it's made me go into a different direction. Now, some obstacles aren't made to be overcome, but they're made to push you in a different direction. So with this, it probably wasn't trying to get through to these people that they should change, but that I should take that new direction and start with myself. Now, doing this, I've learned a lot of things. I've learned a lot of my flaws, but I've also learned a lot of my strengths. And honing in on those and really power playing those strengths is really what's going to make me rise to the top even faster than trying to work on my weaknesses. So whenever you embrace yourself, your femininity or your masculinity, it's going to let you hone in on exactly who you are since the beginning, the very core of your soul. If you're a woman, you're tender. If you're a man, you're protective, and you can protect and you will protect. See, women can't do the same thing as men can, and that's for a reason. It doesn't make you any less better than them. It doesn't make you any more better than them. It's just who you are. So embracing that and finding that is crucial to uplifting others and uplifting yourself. Now, I usually dream about being a princess. Now, everything that a princess is, I want to be. She's regal. She commands respect whenever she walks into a room. And she doesn't have to dress to command attention. She is modest and she is herself. She is absolutely trying to learn for the sake of learning and learn for the sake of others. That's exactly who I want to be, and I know that's how I'm going to help uplift others, really. And that's really all leadership is. It's just bettering yourself, bettering exactly who you are. Now that is absolutely everything you need to know about leadership, really. Everything else about, self-mastery and getting up in the morning and going and doing what you're passionate about, yeah, that's good. That's a really good part of it. It's really part of the plan that you need to achieve your goals. But if you don't get down and dirty with exactly who you are, then what really can you achieve? How far can you go if you don't know yourself? Now, really, my dream is to go to third world countries and to give leadership seminars and host leadership events so that I can grow leaders in developing countries so that they can turn around and give back to their own country. A lot of times, whenever leaders in third world countries, developing countries, end up rising up and going to college and they want to help their country, they end up coming to the United States. But with that, they see what kind of opportunity we have here. They see how much money that they can make, and they end up staying here, leaving their country without a leader. Now, if I grow up people with the passion to help their own country, imagine what I can make the world. And I know it's a big dream, it's a scary dream, but if it's not big enough, then I don't know who I am. I'm a woman, and what else can I achieve than to help and to teach? That is exactly what a woman is. And really, women have the most important role in the history of humanity, and that's being a mother. And what do mothers do? They teach, they're tender, they raise you. They raise you to be your own and to be your own leader. That's really what my goal is in life. And through the hardships that I've gone through, I wouldn't trade those for anything else in the world, because they've made me who I am, and they made me realize exactly who I am, down to the very core, to my very soul, exactly who I am. all the good parts of a woman. All the bad parts of a human, but all the good parts of a woman. I'll just leave you with this. Now, if you want to be the best leader that you can be, if you want to be the best person that you can be, wife, husband, son or daughter, friend, it doesn't start with going out and filling up your plate. It starts with how can you help yourself? Finding out who you really are, what lies in your soul. And once you understand that, understand the entirety and the importance of that and what that holds for you, there's nothing in this world you can't achieve.